Hey YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is going to be iconic and glamorous and all of those things, and I cannot wait to show you what I have. So as you can see, the bag says Rebag, and that's because the item is from Rebag. I have been having a lot of good luck with Rebag, in particular with regards to buying pre-loved items. And I think the reason for that is because almost always their descriptions are harsher than perhaps they need to be. So if an item is in great condition, I usually find it to be like new. This item was listed in very good condition. So I reached out to my Rebag specialist, Sarah, and she sent me some additional images, and my friend Amy and I looked them over and reviewed it, and both of us determined that it looked pretty darn good. And so I received it, I've examined it, and I would definitely give what's in here my stamp of approval. So a recent video of mine, I showed you my two Pinnacle bags, and that was my Chanel Classic Flap and my Louis Vuitton Capuccines in the Gallet color. So those are my two Pinnacle bags. I consider Hermes, Chanel, and Louis Vuitton to be the big three, I guess you could say. And the other brands aren't usually considered at that level, but I do think that they should be. And the bag that I have in here, I think is really at that Pinnacle bag level, but because it's not from one of the big three, it's from a different brand, which if you read my thumbnail, you will know that it is a Dior. It doesn't have the same kind of clout, I guess you could say. But to me, it does. And I will say that if I picked the big three, I would pick Dior instead of Hermes. And that's because Dior has the bling factor that I'm looking for. They make the pretty things, and I like really blingy, sparkly, pretty things, and I tend to shy away from really plain bags that are kind of, I don't know, toned down. I'm definitely like a toned up kind of girl, except for my arms. They're not toned up. I haven't worked out for like a year. I need to start, but that's neither here nor there. So let's go ahead and get into the bag. It's not a Pinnacle bag. I'm going to call it an iconic glamorous bag because that's what she is. I wore the jewelry to match the bag. I wore the shirt to match the bag. And as you can see, she's looking pretty fine up against my clothing. So in my Pinnacle bag video, I talked about maybe the Lady Dior. I think I put it on the screen whenever I said I didn't think there was another Pinnacle bag that I would get. I put maybe the Lady Dior or something to that effect, and I found one. This is a limited edition Lady Dior. I do not know the name of the color. If you know the name of this color, please let me know. It is a pale metallic blue, and on the Rebag pictures, I thought it looked kind of like mermaid scales, but if you look at it up close, it is the micro Cannage, and it is, I believe, a calfskin leather. It comes with a shoulder strap, which I have played with a little bit. I have a couple of extenders on the way from Nana Store 2018 on Etsy. I've had really good luck with that seller, and she has some extenders that have the same kind of clip, and I think they're about this long. I got the shorter ones. I got 13 centimeter ones, I believe. So I'll have an additional 26 centimeters added to this strap. And I have tried it on with some of my Coach extenders. Well, they're not Coach, they look like Coach. And it fits great crossbody with those extenders. I'm gonna wait to try it on with any other type of extender until I actually get the ones from Nana Store 2018. I'm probably not going to use this bag until I get the stickers. I'm going to put stickers on the hardware. I polished the hardware with my gold polishing cloth, and I have it looking just almost perfect. The bag had a little bit of tarnishing, but it is gone, and then there's almost no scratching on the hardware. The only place I'm really seeing scratching is right behind where the ring is when it's vertical. There's just a little bit. The feet even look great. The bottom of the bag looks fabulous. The only wear that I can really see on this bag, and it's hard to see, I mean, there are a couple of tiny little hairline scratches on the inside of the handle, and then also a couple of tiny scratches on the base, but it's gorgeous. And I kind of feel like having a bag like this, having a couple of those teeny tiny microscopic scratches is kind of like putting the first dent on a new car. I feel a little better about it. I didn't see any type of corner wear. Amy saw a little bit of glue residue, or at least what appeared to be on the bottom. I have not been able to find that, and I'm not going to examine it with a microscope to find it. So in 2019, the medium Lady Dior bags got a new opening. Right here, you'll see there's a zipper, but now the medium Lady Diors have a flap. I think that the small and the mini had flaps before that. I'm not sure if they ever had a zipper, but the medium up until 2018 had this zipper opening, and it is a tight opening, but as you can see, I can pull it open and then I can slide my hand down, and look what I have in here. I have the original paperwork that went with this bag. Now, I don't have a dust bag. I got on eBay and looked, and the dust bags were selling for over $100 for a Lady Dior, and I don't want to pay over $100. The rebag one will do just fine, but I have the original care booklet. I think that's what that is. I have the authenticity card, and this card tells what I've got. I also have a certificate of authenticity, and I have the original purchase receipt from Dior, and it is in Korean because it was purchased in Korea. So this bag has traveled quite a way to make it into my hands. Now let's talk about how much she cost. Currently, if you go to buy a Lady Dior in the medium size, it is going to be over $6,000 plus tax. This bag on Rebag was on final sale, so it was a bit of a risk to order it because I can't return it, but I don't want to return it, and it was $1,679 plus tax, so I got it, I think, after tax for around $1,750, and they are going for over $6,000. And I have not had particularly good luck with metallic bags in my collection. I think I've sold pretty much all of them. I used to love them. Before I became a crazy bag lady, I loved metallic bags. I wore them on a daily basis. But since I have expanded my collection drastically, all of the metallic bags that I've purchased, I have sold. That is not going to be the case with this one. This one it's iconic. It's glamorous. It's here to stay. I mean, even if I don't use her much, she is art. She's so fabulous. So in the title, I say that this is glamorous and iconic. And what do I mean by iconic? This bag is iconic because it was made famous by Princess Diana. She carried the black lambskin Cannage version of this bag in this size, which is the medium, all over Europe. And it became the Lady Dior because of Lady Diana. And so I think that that makes it timeless, and I realize mine is not lambskin. It would be more timeless if it was black lambskin or beige lambskin, but this shade of blue surprisingly goes with so many of my clothes, and I can dress it up or dress it down, in my opinion. And I got such a good deal on her. This feels actually pretty darn amazing. It doesn't feel sticky like a patent leather would. I know it's sort of a patent finish on the bottom, but what is here, it just feels really slick and good, and it has a bunch of structure. There's no structure loss that I can really see. I mean, I guess it might kind of bow out just the tiniest bit, but I have a base shaper on the way from M Boutique Australia, and I also bought an insert from Etsy, and I'll share that with you when I get it. I kind of figured I would want an insert for the pockets, but there's all kinds of space inside this bag. It has a zipped pocket in there, and this one is lined in leather. So if you get a limited edition Lady Dior, they are lined in leather. And that was the other bit of wear that this bag had. There is a little scuff like from a fingernail on the bottom, and that is it. The leather on the inside is so buttery and so soft. And I planned to just leave this bag open all the time. And then when I need to reach in, I'm just going to grab it with one hand and stick my hand in with the other. I plan to just wear nice smooth rings like this one. It goes perfectly. It's an Effie ring, and I think it's chalcedony. I don't know how to say it. I've got my Return to Tiffany bracelet and hardware ball bead bracelet, and then my Effie ring, and I've got my ball, I don't know, wrecking ball necklace. I don't know what it is, but it's Tiffany, and it's part of the hardware line. So I am accessorized with the rings to go with the bag and the bracelets and the necklace. And I've got the shirt on to match the bag, and I'm wearing sweatpants. But I'm going to go ahead and try her on so you can see how this bag looks on me. Part of the reason why I'm choosing to wear this nice smooth ring without prongs is because I don't want to scratch the finish when I get in and out of the bag. But you can see this is a really nice size. I am 5'8" and I wear a size medium generally. I'm between 145 and 150 pounds, but I just think that this is such a fabulous size. Here she is compared to my Capuccines BB. You can see she is slightly larger. I mean, not much, but just a little bit taller. And because she doesn't go in at the top, she's wider at the top. If you look at the base, I think the Capucines might be just a tiny bit wider at the base, but maybe a slight bit less deep. Let's go ahead and try her on. If you put the clips on the outside of the handles, and that's how they do it at the Dior boutique. I've been to one Dior boutique with Julie from Agent Bag Reviews. They put the strap on like this, and then the handles stay upright. And it has a nice strap drop for a medium-sized bag, but I don't think I'll probably wear it this way. It's definitely too short to wear crossbody like this. But when I add a couple of extenders to these clips, then it is literally the perfect crossbody length. And I'm going to show you that when they come. But I don't want to mess around with the hardware too much because I have it so pretty and shiny, and I don't want to start clipping on like Amazon brass coach hooks or fake coach hooks or dupe coach hooks. I don't want to start clipping those onto the silver hardware over and over again. So I will show you how it looks crossbody when I get the clips from Nana Store 2018. And those come in all sorts of finishes. So if you have an older Lady Dior and you want to make it into a crossbody, I think I have a solution for you. I did look at other straps on eBay and Poshmark and Rebag and Fashion File to come up with a strap to use with this bag. And in the end, decided that I think the best option would be to just extend the strap that I have. And when I did try it one time with the Coach extenders, and I keep saying Coach, but I mean the generic Amazon extenders, it looked great, except for the fact that they're gold and they're like the beat chain. Let me just show you. This is what I put on each side, and I had it basically lengthening the strap. This is about 12 centimeters in length, and the ones I ordered from Etsy are 13 centimeters, and I absolutely love the drop with this length. And on the ones that I'm getting, I could actually cut off a link if I needed to just tweak it and get it in the exact right spot. So I did mention that I bought hardware protectors from Havre Deluxe, and they have shipped, and I am not going to use this bag until I get those protectors because I want to protect the back plate as well as the Dior charm. This bag, I don't think it has hardly been used. I think it's maybe been used once or twice because of how immaculate the hardware is. And I really want to preserve that. I mean, it just looks so beautiful. I use those hardware protectors on many of my bags. This particular one, with the way that the strap clips on top of the hardware right there, it tends to get a lot of scratching around there. And like I just showed you, I polished the scratches that it did have, which were almost none. I polished the ones that were there almost off, And I don't want to polish it all the time, because if I do that, then I will eventually make it through the silver coating. So that's just a tip. If you polish your handbag hardware, and I use a polishing cloth like this. This is by a brand, I believe it's called Connoisseur or something, and I can link it down in the description box. But you polish it with the white part first. It's got something in it to take off tarnish, which totally worked on the Dior hardware and the Fendi hardware and the Louis Vuitton hardware. And then you follow up with the pink part to buff off the product that you put on with the white and to shine it up, kind of give it a final shine. By doing that, I have restored the front buckle on a Fendi bag to near perfection. I have restored these to near perfection, although they looked really good when I got it. And I probably wouldn't buy something with heavy scratching that was front and center, because the polishing cloths can only do so much. But if you see little scratches, hairline scratches, you can get most of that out with one of those cloths. When I opened my Louis Vuitton Lockme chain bag, you saw how bad the scratches were on the tip of the turn lock. And I can link that video down below if you haven't seen it, but those scratches were not going to come off. They were just too many and too far through the coating. But it is amazing what you can do for hardware with one of those polishing cloths. You just have to use a gentle hand so you don't go through what's there. So I think that's all I have to say about this beauty. I absolutely love it. She is fabulous, and I cannot wait to use her. But in the meantime, I wanted to do this video so that I can find her place of honor in my closet. I have currently whittled my handbag collection down to around 75. I have 2 more bags that I am going to show you soon, but I have 75 bags, 43 luxury bags, and 32 contemporary bags. And I think that's a really nice mix. I am delighted with what I have. I've been using my Coach Soft Tabby for the last 3 days in ivory color with that cool ivory and woven chain detail strap. And I like all bags. It doesn't matter if they cost $1,750 or if they cost $150. I have a place in my heart if they are the right color, shade, size, whatever, feel. I have a place in my heart for all of them, which is scary because there are a lot of bags out there. So I guess that's it. This video has become a long and rambly one. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same, is the @symbol, then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.